Hello, my name is James Mignatolo. I'm a member of Plante Moran's National Tax Office and a member of our Healthcare Reform Task Force. I'm pleased to be with you today to summarize a few of the rules that apply to determining whether your company will be considered a large employer for purposes of the play or pay rules that become effective in 2014. How many employees does your company have? How many hours do your part-time employees work per week? How many employees do you have that work 30 or more hours per week? These are only a few of the questions that your company and companies like yours should be asking themselves today in order to determine whether they will be subject to the large employer shared responsibility rules that become effective in 2014. The starting point is, do these rules apply to me? Am I a large employer? A large employer is any business that employs on average 50 or more full-time and full-time equivalent employees. Full-time for this purpose means employees working 30 or more hours per week or 130 or more hours per month. Part-time employees, employees working fewer than 30 hours per week, are converted as a group into what are called full-time equivalent employees by taking the number of hours worked by part-time employees in a month and dividing by 120. As a general rule, if the sum of your full-time employees and your full-time equivalent employees is 50 or higher, your organization is subject to the new shared responsibility rules, which could result in the imposition of non-deductible penalties for failure to comply with the new play or pay rules. Some employees, such as seasonal employees who work fewer than 120 days in a year, are allowed to be excluded from the FTE headcount. You should also be aware that the rules cannot be avoided by setting up a series of related entities. Controlled group rules of the type that apply to your qualified retirement plans also apply to the shared responsibility rules. For employers who are close to the 50 employee total or who have a large number of part-time employees, this is a particularly critical time when you may be able to restructure your staffing mix to change how, or perhaps even if, the play or pay rules apply to your organization. The key point to understand is that the application of the play or pay rules to your organization will be based on employment data that you collect now. 2013 is the year to prepare and analyze so that when 2014 arrives, you will be in full compliance.